is going to be a proper room tour. We are in a DVC cabin. This is honestly super spacious. When you first come in, you have the full dining room table that seats 4. You have a full fridge, full stove, which I think that is a hidden Mickey if I do say so myself. Then we have the microwave. You are fully equipped with everything that you need: plates, cups, wine glasses, toaster, full coffee maker. It's pretty fully loaded. I don't think, oh, I threw some of my stuff in there. Dishwasher. I want to say you have all your cleaning supplies in the bottom. Down there, I know we have silverware. So this is pretty fully stocked. Then we have these panoramic windows, which I'm going to open up. So give me 1 second. So these panoramic windows go all the way up to the ceiling, which honestly, I love this because it makes you feel like you're immersed in the wilderness, which is what you're here to do. Now, there are 2 televisions, one in the living area because we do have a Murphy bed, which is going to pull down. So give me a moment and I'll get that all taken care of for you. I can't do it. Ophelia can't help me, so I'm gonna have to go off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so that is so cute. You have Mickey sleeping on a little hammock, and then Pluto on his little carpet, and then Chip and Dale up in the corner. That is really cute. So that is actually quite a bit of room for that pull down Murphy bed. I really like that. So now, I mean, I moved this over to the side, but now this is technically, you can sleep 2 on the king bed or queen bed, and then you have double bunk beds, which is really nice because some kids, you know, when they're traveling, they don't love to sleep outside of the room if you're in a bigger suite, or you have 2 kids that are going to be arguing and sharing a bed. There is lots of little artwork. Chip and Dale are sleeping so nice and snuggly in those little nooks. Now let me see if I can turn those lights on. Hang on. That's that light. Where are the lights for the bunks? I don't see them in here. Oh, they are. They're right on the bunk. Oh my gosh. How stinking cute is that? And then you have the artwork over the bed. Now the closet's not huge. You do have an extra pillow and blanket, but look at those windows up there. You can shut them. So don't worry if you're a light sleeper, you can shut them. You have some storage. You have your safe down here. Drawer storage, which is really nice. Another television. And actually, it looks like you can open these windows. Let's see if we can open it. Oh, you can. Oh my gosh, that is gonna be so nice. I know a lot of people like fresh air at night, especially if you're from New York like us, where we're still kind of cooped up. So that is actually really nice that you can open up these windows, especially if you come here in the fall and you just want that nice cool breeze. And I like that. I like that feature. All right, so let's go back to the other side of the cabin, and we are going to find our bathroom, which I think this is a little odd. I'm not sure why we have a sink here and we have a sink here, because the toilet is in the same room as the shower. So that to me is a little waste of a space. But then we do have a full tub. So if you need to bathe the little ones, that is no problem. Rainforest shower plus the hand, vaulted ceilings, plenty of space, like little hooks and places for your towels. I love this feature for the kids. If they need a step up, they have it here with a little hidden Mickey, of course, right off to the side. So actually, I love that right there. Okay, and then we have another panoramic window at the top. We have a steamer, and we have our cleaning supplies and our ironing board right there. We also have a laundry basket, but you know what? There's gotta be, actually this is DVC, there's gotta be laundry in here. Oh, more towels. Let's see. Actually, there is no laundry in here. So that's different, because I know DVC, see, now they should have used that space right there, maybe for a washer and dryer, because I just don't see the function of that sink. But I guess if you have multiple people getting ready and you need one to get ready out here, fine, whatever. That's an awkward place to put storage, but this is closed, so you can't put anything in there, because I'm like, that's so weird. Can you put something in? Yeah, you can't put anything in these top cabinets, but like I said, we can use that space. So far I'm really liking this room. Well, this cabin, because not for nothing, I'm starting to really enjoy my space when I'm at Disney. It's something to be said. So I wish they would have swept this off, but I will sweep that off. So you do have a bench underneath the table, 2 benches, the chairs, which is really nice. Yeah, so this is the DVC cabins at Fort Wilderness Resort. So let's finish this resort tour. The golf cart is right over here. Oh, I forgot to get our towel. Hang on, we'll be right back. But anyhow, this is the outside of the cabin. I really like it. I know, I've said it 100 times, but I really do. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't like it, I absolutely would tell the truth. But I'm really thinking I love it. Okay, here we go. We're doing our little golf cart tour of Fort Wilderness Campgrounds. So again, these are all the brand new cabins. You can see people can grill out here, which is really nice. These cabins are really convenient. So I'm not super familiar with this resort. I've only stayed here once before, and then I was able to come here and do the horse trail once. So to say like I'm an expert at this resort, I'm not, but we're gonna figure this out. So now we're gonna come out of our little loop, and we're actually gonna start to the right of Whitetail Way. And then our bus stop is 2100, 2200, and 2300. And we're just gonna kind of go all the way around. The golf cart has blinkers. We are gonna use it. We are passing Peacock Pass. So the wilderness pool is down this way. There are campsites across from us. And now we're just gonna head forward. And as we get close to something, I will pop back on. Okay, so we're coming up to the stop sign. You can see this little sign right here. We are actually going to go to the right, because I want to say if we go to the right, that is going to be the main area, which is what we want to see. And so we're going to make a right, and we're going to head up toward the check-in desk. Okay, so we are going to be approaching the main outpost, and you'll know that it's the main outpost because you will see the main bus pickup, and the bus pickup is just for the parks. All of the internal buses will drop you off at this one bus stop up at the front, and that's how you're going to get to the parks. You will not be able to catch a bus to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom from the little bus stops that are close. But as we're coming up, you're seeing Circle D Ranch to the left. There's golf cart parking, and you'll smell the horses. There's the bus stop right over there. Well, I'll try to get by there, but I don't think they want golf carts over there. So I'm gonna pull over so this cart can, or the thing can, you know what I mean. So, okay, so there's, to the right is going to be where you're going to drop your, or pick up your golf cart and also drop off your golf cart. And that is located right behind the registration. Forgive me, I don't know the names. I'll be really honest. Like they called it the outpost, so I'm assuming that this bus depot is the outpost. So now right here is where your buses are gonna drop off. If you're taking a Mears bus in or picking a Mears bus up, Bell Services is right behind that brown wall right there. And then right over here, this is going to be the Wilderness Homes and campsite accommodations reception outpost. So that is where you're gonna go and check in, and if you need anything up at the front desk, that's technically the front desk. This is going to be where you park while you're waiting to get your room, because again, the DVC cabins are not guaranteed until 4, but like I said, mine was ready a little bit earlier. So now we're gonna head back around and we're gonna go straight. So now Circle D Ranch is in front of us, and we're actually going to go to the right now, because there's the Fort Wilderness Transportation, and like I said, the Circle D Ranch, and now we're going to make a right. And then right over here to the left is actually where you're going to check in when you come for your experience for the, oh my goodness, my brain is just fried. That's where you're gonna check in for your horse trail, which we did that, and I have a vlog, I'll link it below so you can see. We were not able to take the camera on with us, but hey, I at least was able to talk about it. So now I need to turn around because golf carts are not permitted past that point. So we're gonna go back around past this main entrance. So as you can see, we're passing that. So the bus depot is on our right. Okay, we're passing it again, so it's on our right. So this is where you're gonna park your golf cart when you're taking the golf cart up to these main buses. And this is where we'll probably take the, we'll have to take the bus from tomorrow when we head to a park. Okay, so we're heading back the way we came. So there's that little split in the road with the shrubbery here. There's no name on this actual street, so it's not like I can say, oh, go down this street. But now you're entering into the actual cabin area, the campground area. You're gonna see a sign, and that's gonna direct you to where you're going to be going. We're actually going to go straight for right now. Or you know what? No, we're gonna go right. Actually, we're gonna go right, because I want to say this is going to lead us back to the Chippendale Campfire. There's going to be a campsite right over here, Timber Trail, Hickory Hollow, Wagon Wheel Way, and there was another one. There's another bus stop right here at the corner. Now, something I did find out, like if there's like a seat. I was sitting on the wrong side of the street, and I didn't realize like the bus going to where I wanted to go was on one side, the bus going another was on another side. I was kind of confused. People decorate their campsites. Okay, so now we are coming up behind, this is the trading post, the Meadow Recreation Center. So your snack bar, swimming pool, tennis courts, campfire show, and the bike bar. So the way I got to the campfire was you actually have to go in like you're going to one of the campsites. So I was a little confused. I did take a drive earlier, but there are signs. So I'll come back once we get a little closer. We're gonna turn into this little bear path, Big Bear Path. You have to take the one-way roundabout. You cannot just turn left to get to the campgrounds or the campfire. You'll see a sign that's gonna point in this direction. Don't get confused. Just take this one way. You're gonna go through the camping section, but then I'll see you when I come out the other end. So now we are coming out of the other end of the camp circle, so you just make a right. You're gonna see this Meadow Recreation Area, swimming area, campfire program, and bike barn, and golf carts only. Now this is where we're gonna go for the Chippendale Campfire later tonight, which that'll be in a different vlog, so you'll be able to see that. Chippendale are out already. Oh my gosh, they're already out. I don't know why they're out, but they're out. How exciting. So there's the campfire sing-along. And then there's a swimming area, and there's a little lake right there, and I want to say you can rent fishing stuff back here, but I am not 100% sure. So when I get back to the cabin, I will look that up and see. The golf cart parking is right over here, but I want to try to get out. So okay, we're gonna go check out the pool. I'm just walking back toward the Meadow Swimmin pool. This is technically the main pool of this campground. I don't know exactly how many pools are here, so I'll have to take a look. Up because there are people in here, but there's a kid's splash pad. There's a pool with a slide. Looks like there's like a little wading pool in the back. Like I said, I don't want to go over here because there's a lot of people swimming. There's a snack bar in this area. This is going to be the Meadow Snack Bar. They do have a refillable mug station, some picnic benches, a few recreation tables. You can also take the little bridge over to the trading post, which I'm going to do that now since we're out walking. This way I can just show it to you while I'm walking. Right over here looks like there's a little shuffleboard. Is that what it's called? Shuffleboard? You can see that people are able to park their bikes really easily. Yeah, they do have a little shuffleboard area over here. So this is right in front of where we just parked the golf cart. So now we're gonna go back and we're gonna go over that little bridge over to the Meadow Trading Post. That's gonna be where you're gonna get all your little souvenirs. They have little checkers. And yes, you can rent fishing at the fort, rent fishing gear at the bike barn. Also join us for our fishing excursions. So now we're going to cross over this little bridge over to the Meadow Trading Post. There's a little fishing dock right off the back. There's a fuel rod charging station right here. They have some really cute Fort Wilderness merchandise in there. Gonna go head back over to our golf cart, hop on it, and continue our tour. Looking back to the left is where the bike barn is, past this little, I don't know, like this miner's well kind of thing. There's some cast members back there. I think they're getting ready for the campfire, so we're not gonna walk back that way, but that building right there is where you're gonna do your rentals. Okay, we are exiting this area. Like I said, here's a little campfire where we are going tonight. They even have a food truck. I don't know exactly what's going to be on the food truck. There's a little bridge right here. I'm not sure where that must like come from one of the areas where the campsites are. But technically you could park by the Meadows trading post and walk over the bridge to get to the campfire, or you can come park behind here. Honestly, I think when I come tonight, I'm going to park at the Meadow trading post and walk over, just because I feel like it'll be easier to get in and out of when I'm trying to leave. All right, so we are going to exit this area. Pretty sure I'm exiting. I'll be back. So we're gonna exit this area and we are going to go to the left when we come out of here, because we want to head over to the quick service. Bus stop 1400. That's gonna be your indication of the back entrance of this area. On our right, we're gonna come up to the Pluto's Dog Park. And not somewhere I would bring Ophelia. We don't do dog parks back home, so we're definitely not gonna do a dog park here. Just not our thing. So it's Wagon Tails Dog Park. They do have golf cart parking, and then you do have a kids playground area right over here, so your dog can play and your kids can play, which is really nice. Some more campsites to the right and to the left. There are basketball hoops over here to the right, down Cypress Knee Circle. Doesn't really look like a huge court, more like you can just shoot hoops. Okay, so we are coming up to the back end of the resort. You're gonna see Bay Tree Lane and Palmetto Path. And to the right is going to be a trail that you're gonna be able to get to with your golf cart so that you can access the quick service area. So we're just gonna quickly head over there. So you'll see the sign. So there's a walking path, and then this is the golf cart path. It's a little confusing, so if you're not used to golf carting, you know, you just have to follow the signs because it's not so hard. More campsites back here. I feel like they put more campsites in, or I might be going crazy. So back here is where you're gonna find Hoop-de-Doo Review, the boat dock to get to the Magic Kingdom, and I believe there's a boat that goes to Fort Wilderness, but we are going to park the golf cart so we can take a look around. I walk out of here, it's a little muddy. I don't really love that. But Pioneer Hall is right over there. Another kids playground to the left. And we're gonna head to the Settlement Trading Post. This is where you're gonna get your quick service. This is another store. I think the quick service might be across the way at Pioneer Hall. We will find out. I like how they have little checkers out here. Yep, so it is just another souvenir store with some grab and go drinks and things like that. They do have firewood, stuff for grills, s'more stuff. We're gonna enter out the back. Oh, Ophelia, there's a rabbit. There's a rabbit. They have ice for sale. More golf cart parking. And then the boat dock is right back here. The Fort Marina Recreation and boat rentals. So if you're going to rent a pontoon, I think you can come back here as well. How people who are camping, they bring their bikes. It's really cute. So this stretch of beach used to be all open, and they're doing some construction. There's a hotel going there, but I forget exactly which hotel. You used to be able to see the fireworks from this beach. I don't think you can see them anymore. But it's a really nice little beach. You might still be able to from over here, actually. If I have time tonight, I might try to see if I can come down here. But as you can see, right back here is the boat dock. It's going to take you to Magic Kingdom. which is really nice for a moderate resort, technically, to take you to Magic Kingdom. They do the fireworks cruises, guided bass fishing excursions. We rented a pontoon when we were at, last summer. We went to Contemporary and rented it, and we were able to bring it all back here, all the way back here. It was really, really cool. Okay, let's go over to the quick service. Actually, here's a map. Vlog away. So yes, this is grab and go, but they do have tables where you can sit. Hi, thank you. So you can order over pizza, ice cream, coffee. I think this used to be the restaurant. Ooh, they do have ice cream. That looks good. Drinks.
Are you vlogging?
A little bit. So you can order here. And then they do have the refillable mug station right over here. And then plenty of seating. Now, the young lady at the front was telling me that Crockett's Tavern, you could do a sit down in there. But it's a really small menu, so there is an option for sit down or hoop-de-doo. So if you sit on that side, which would be Crockett's Tavern, that's where you can get table service. There's a tiny little arcade back here, Davy Crockett's Wilderness Arcade. It's very small though. Oh, it's very old school in here. And you just go down these little steps. Oh, just a little bigger. Not too big. Oh, and she was telling me that you can still see the fireworks from the beach. So we will be checking that out. Now we're gonna come onto the side here because I want you to see all of these little rocking chairs. Super peaceful. I wish they actually put these on the porches. But we can't go into Hoop-de-Doo review, but I'll link the information below so that you can check it out.
When I said this before, they need to keep an eye on Kane. To see if we can wanders off and they don't.
Y'all have a menu for inside? Yeah.
Wanders off.
Hoop-de-Doo review, you have to book this in My Disney Experience. You do have to prepay for this, and it's assigned seating, so you really have to pay attention. It's not like you just walk in. And there are some restrooms back here. And some pin trading DVC. They do carriage rides, wagon rides, horse-drawn excursions. What else here? Yeah, that's what it looks like they do. So I'll link the special experiences underneath the video. Sorry, I'm reading as I'm walking. All right, we're gonna head back to our golf cart. The golf cart parking, we're gonna go back the way we came to go back to the cottage. In from the left of this entrance, and now we're gonna go straight. You cannot go right, so there's signs that say do not enter. So now we are headed back to our cabin. You know, I honestly feel like they changed some things around here because I don't know why I feel like there were more cabins, but now the cabins are just DVC, but I do need to find that out and give you a little heads up at the end of the video. Cinnamon Fern Way, which looks like it's a closed area right now. That is another campsite area. People camp here for like a month. If you come during Christmas or Halloween, you will see campsites decked to the nines. We did stay here for Christmas one time, and sadly the weather wasn't really great, but oh my gosh, the way people decorated was absolutely amazing. So bus stop 600 to 800. So as you can see, that's like toward the back of the resort, but I will come back once we're closer to the cabins. Inside, we are coming back up to Meadow's trading post. So like I said, we started in the back. You can park over here in this golf cart parking, walk over the bridge and get to the Meadow main swimming pool and also the rentals and the campfire. Coming up to a volleyball court to the right and another little kids play area. This is near bus stop 1100, 1200, and 1300 across from Possum Path, which is a campsite area. So you can either go straight toward the exit to the actual resort. Left was the way that we came in, and now we're gonna go right back to our cabins. At Peacock Pass. And then we're gonna pass the Wilderness Pool because we are very close, and that is Whitetail Way. I am turning left into here, and this is our little area. So we're kind of back where we started. We are back to our cabins, so that was a really